Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you guys, and I wouldn't say it's an update, but I reached my 4-year mark for my natural hair. It's been 4 years since I big chopped. I big chopped on April 3rd, 2013, so it is now 4 years later. And yeah, I said before that when I big chopped I had like an inch of hair on my head, so as y'all can see I have come a long way. And I just wanted to share with y'all some of my journey. I did ask you guys on my Instagram if you had any questions about my journey from my big chop until now, and I did get some, so I'm gonna answer those questions. I had someone who asked, how has your whole journey been? Tell us some of your ups and downs and how to surpass these struggles. It's definitely a journey. It's a process, learning to love and learning to take care of your hair. Well, it's been a journey for me, learning to care for and love my hair regardless of what it looks like, what texture it is, and curl type and all that, which is exactly why I don't type hair. I don't type my hair because I feel like it's very divisive in the natural hair community, and it just, to me, it doesn't serve a purpose, because regardless of if you have the same hair type as somebody, there's a lot of other factors that go on with your hair and how your hair will be healthy, and what styles will do best, what products will do best for your hair. So it's best just to learn your hair. Now, it's nothing wrong with taking advice from other people who look like they might have the same hair as you, but don't take their word as Bible and assume that if it worked for you, it's gonna work for me, type thing. How do you prepare and wear your hair for bedtime? What products do you use for everyday moisture? At bedtime for my hair, I usually, depending on how my hair is, I will usually just do some mini pineapples around my head and put on my bonnet and go to sleep. Or I just throw on my bonnet and go to sleep. But I have a satin scarf that I will tie around my edges to protect my edges from the cap rubbing up against my edges, the bonnet, and then I will sleep on a satin pillowcase as well. So I have 3 times the protection. So yeah, but like I said, a lot of times I just put my hair in mini pineapples and put on my bonnet, scarf, and go to sleep. And that's really all it is to it. Like my nighttime routine is not complicated at all. So, and the products that I use for everyday moisture, I really don't have to moisturize my hair every single day. Once I learned what products work for my hair, and I will moisturize my hair. I will do my LCO method with water, the Caravana creme brulee, or another moisturizer that I like, and my whipped shea butter. And I have noticed that that has worked the best for my hair. Like I said in my natural hair, my healthy hair journey video, that I have learned that for my hair, the less that I use on my hair, the better my hair thrives, the better it does. So those are the only 3 things that I will use to keep my hair moisturized. And that has not always been, like, I've gone through so many products during my natural hair journey. I have been a product junkie. I'm not one now, I'm recovering. But yeah, that has not always been the case. Like when I first big chopped, the main products I used were Cantu and Shea Moisture, because those were the first things that I noticed actually did well with my hair when it comes to styling and just washing my hair and different stuff like that. So it hasn't changed all that much, but there are, you know, like a few other brands that I do use now that I didn't use then, and some brands that I use then that I don't use now. So it's really just learning what works for your hair. And as your hair grows longer, it's gonna not like some stuff that it used to like, and vice versa. Some stuff that it didn't used to like, it'll start liking. So it's really just a process and a journey, and it has to be a personal one. What are my favorite styling products? My favorite styling products as of now are my whipped shea butter and a good moisturizer. And like I said, it's 9 times out of 10 it's the Caravana creme brulee, because that stuff is everything. My hair will stay moisturized for days. Like when I put my hair up under a wig, when I put my hair away, by the time I finish wearing my wig, when I'm tired of wearing it and I undo my hair, or when it's time to wash my hair is still moisturized. Like my hair will stay moisturized. But as far as styling, I will use the Shea Moisture Curling Enhancing Smoothie. I will use the Cantu Coconut Curling Cream. And my favorite absolute styler has to be eco styler, and I know eco styler does not work for everybody, but it works for me, and it has worked for me since the beginning, and I've used it since my big chop up until now. Like, this wash and go right here is eco styler only. So I will say that the number one would probably have to be eco styler. And I also had somebody ask, how did I moisture train my hair? And I never heard the term moisture train, but I know that I stated in my texture changed question mark video that when I first big chopped, my hair was super duper dry, and I know that's the case with a lot of people, and that it took a while for my hair to really get moisturized before my curls started to pop. And like in the beginning, I said in that video that I would deep condition a lot. I was co-washing like every day, because it's so easy to wash your hair when you have a TWA. You can wash your hair every day, and it's cool because you just hop out the shower and go. So I would co-wash every day. I would deep condition at least weekly. I still do that. I would do the baggy method, where I would moisturize my hair at night and put on a shower cap and go to sleep and let the heat from my head rise up and create moisture in the bag and help moisture get into my hair that way. What else was I doing? That's pretty much it. But then, you know, once my hair started getting longer and needing more moisture, that's when I really latched on to the lock method, or in my case, the LCO method. Once my hair started getting longer and I was able to style it in other ways besides a wash and go, I latched on to the lock method, and my hair, my moisture from my hair just got even better. Did you ever receive criticism when you first went natural, and what's currently your go-to style? Did I? Like, before I went natural, when I was relaxed, my hair was long. My hair was just about waist length before I started doing mini chops in preparation for a big chop when I was transitioning. And when I cut my hair, you would not believe how many people laughed at me, talked about me, had something to say about me cutting my hair. And in a way, I won't say that it didn't get to me, because it did. But I just had to keep in mind that if I was happy with my hair and my husband was happy with my hair, which he was, he didn't mind, then don't worry about what other people got to say, because hair is hair, and if you taking care of it, it's gonna grow back. And a lot of the people that talked about me or had something to say or laughed, a lot of them have gone natural or attempted to go natural, and the first person they come to for natural hair advice is who? Okay then. And what's currently my go-to style? My current go-to style, regardless of what y'all been seeing on Instagram, is not a wash and go. I really just twist my hair up, and if I'm not going nowhere, my hair stays twisted up, and if I do go somewhere, I'll untwist it, or I'll twist it up or braid it up and just slap on a wig and go. So I don't really have any go-to styles that I wear per se, because a lot of the time I'm protective styling just to try to retain my length. But like lately, like for the last week, 2 weeks maybe, I have been wearing wash and goes just because I want to have my hair out. But other than that, my hair is twisted up or braided up underneath the wig, or just waiting for me to go somewhere worthy of me untwisting and unbraiding my hair. Like, those have always been my styles, because I'm not a hair person. Styling hair is not my thing. So once I find something that I can do and I can master it, then that's exactly what I stick with. And it's been twist outs, braid outs, wash and goes, twist out, braid out, wash and go. And I love the look of perm rods, but I've only been able to achieve a good perm rod set one time. So maybe I keep playing with it, maybe I won't, but yeah. What protective styles work best for me is another question. And when I first big chopped, I didn't really do any protective styles because my hair was too short for me to braid it to wear a wig. So I mainly just did wash and goes. But once my hair started getting longer, I would do twists. And that's not necessarily a protective style, because I would untwist it. I wouldn't walk around with little baby twists in my head. So, and I didn't start wearing wigs until I was deep into my natural hair journey, before I started actually wearing wigs. And now it's actually one of my favorite protective styles. I did try box braids once, and I had the worst reaction to the hair. My scalp was on fire. It was scabbing. It was itchy. So there's not really a lot of protective styles that I've tried other than the box braids, which was a fail, and wigs. Did I ever feel down about doing the big chop, or did I always know it was for the best? I was never intending to big chop, to be honest. I was never intending to big chop, but I ended up doing it just spur of the moment type thing. Like my intention was to transition long term, but it just didn't work out that way. And then I was a little hesitant to try and go a super duper long time because I've tried to go natural before in transitioning, and 6 months in I relaxed my hair again. So once I started feeling like, okay, I'm getting further and further in and having to deal with the 2 different textures, and once I kind of felt like, okay, I might need to get me a relaxer, then it came to like, okay, I might need to go ahead and big chop just to fight this urge. But it was really a spur of the moment thing. I was watching YouTube videos. Matter of fact, I think I was watching Miss Kim K do her perm rod set, and I was like, you know what? Where my scissors at? Went in the bathroom and snip snip. That was all she wrote. But afterwards, like, I was really happy about it. But then, like, once I started seeing how dry my hair was and how hard it was gonna be for me to take care of it, I did have moments where I was like, okay, why did I cut my hair? Why? So it's not always been peaches and cream. Can I recommend a good hair care regimen and product brands? To be honest, I can't give nobody a hair regimen because I don't even have one that I absolutely hardcore stick to myself. I just give my hair what it needs when I feel like it needs it, and I just go about my business. And like I said, the products that I mainly use, like mainly stuck to, would repurchase without a doubt, is Shea Moisture and Cantu. And now, you know, since I am getting, you know, my numbers are going up or whatever, I do have a lot of other companies that want to work with me, and they will send me stuff to try. And I have found a lot of them that I absolutely love to use. Some of them are more pricey, so I'm not always just going out to the store buying and when I run out of them. But as far as what I've always used from beginning till now, it would have to be Cantu and Shea Moisture. After how long or at what point did I notice an increase in growth after my big chop? To be honest, I don't even know when I started noticing growth, because if you watching your hair grow, it's never gonna seem like it's growing, which is why I was stressed up and down how important it is to take pictures all throughout your journey. Like, all the time. Like, I took so many pictures of my hair, I was starting to think I was crazy, but it's all worth it now because I can look back and see where I started with my big chop, and along the way, like, I will post before and now pictures all day long on Instagram showing y'all the growth that I've had with my hair. So I feel like it's really important to document it, because if you're not documenting it, it will feel like your hair is not growing, especially if you waiting for it to grow and you trying to watch it grow and you forever doing length checks, because that's what I used to do. I used to always pull my hair down and it would always hit here, and the next week I'd do it again and it still hit here, and I'd be mad and I'd be feeling like, why did I cut my hair? My hair ain't growing. What the world did I do? So I was always taking pictures of my hair just to have to look back and see, okay, my hair was here a month ago and now it's half an inch, maybe such and such amounts of months later. So just be patient, really. And I know that's easier said than done, because I was at the point when I big chops, when I still had my teeny weeny afro, where I was like, man, I can't wait for my hair to go, and looking at people's pictures and saying, man, I can't wait till my hair is that long. But it's really just a process, and you have to learn to love where you are in the process, because if not, you will become unhappy with your hair and you will be ready to do a relaxer or something. So just enjoy the process. Like, when I had my teeny weeny afro, and people used to say, enjoy having your teeny weeny afro, because when you wash your hair, your wash days are gonna be so much faster. And I'm like, whatever. It's easy for you to say that because you got hair all the way down to your hips. So trust me when I say I know the struggle. And they're not lying, because a lot of times I do miss the ease and the quickness of my wash day when my hair was a lot shorter. But yeah, just try to enjoy the process and take care of your hair, and it'll take care of you. And I get questions from people asking, how do I get my hair to grow? And to be honest, I do absolutely nothing special to make my hair grow. For me personally, I think it's more genetics that makes my hair grow, because even when I was relaxed, my hair was very damaged, but it was also very long. So my hair growing had absolutely nothing to do with anything that I was doing then and now, because even now I get lazy with my hair a lot of the times and I don't moisturize like I should, or you know, we all have those moments. So there's absolutely nothing special that I do. I don't take any type of supplements. I don't use any kind of special growth oils or anything like that to help my hair grow. I just basically do my best, do what I can to take care of it when I'm not being lazy with it. So, and another thing that I went through when I first big chopped is I was always snipping at and trimming my hair, even when it didn't need to be, but it felt like it needed to be because it was so dry. And I feel like my hair would be a lot longer had I learned to just let my hair be and to let it recover from, you know, the relaxer. Basically, once I left my hair alone, I made up in my mind that I'm not gonna keep trimming my hair, I'm not gonna keep cutting my hair. That's when my hair pretty much took off, because I went at least almost a year or at one point without trimming my hair at all, dusting it, nothing. And I noticed that my hair grew. So that let me know that you don't have to stick to this strict regimen of cutting your hair every 3 months, every 6 weeks, or whatever people are saying. You got to do what works best for you. You have to learn your hair and what works best for your hair, and not follow necessarily somebody else's journey per se, like somebody else's routine and you trying to make it yours. You got to learn what works for your hair, what don't work for your hair, and go on about your business. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in my next video.